Tiferet divides in two. Upper half is called the upper third of Tiferet, and below it's the lower 2/3 of Tiferet. Doesn't matter. He calls it upper half and lower half. The upper half is because Tiferet is divided into 10. That's Sefirot as usual. Everything is divided into 10, and then another 10, and another 10. And then we see that in Tiferet, Chesed Gvura Tiferet, and this is the upper half of Tiferet. Netzach Hod Yesod Malchut is the lower half of Tiferet. So Tiferet is divided down the middle. Where above Tiferet, Tiferet of Tiferet is its vessel of bestowal, and below the Tiferet of Tiferet is her vessel of reception. And therefore, in the middle of Tiferet, that's where the boundary is between vessels of bestowal and vessels of reception. It turns out that the word of Atzilut, those are vessels of bestowal, and here we have vessels of reception. Is that clear?
Well,
if you don't ask, you don't ask.
It's not clear to me how, following Tzimtzum Bet, the second restriction, there is a connection between the lower one and the upper one if you don't use the vessels of reception.
In each and every sphere, in each and every detail, you have both vessels of reception and vessels of bestowal. You use the one, but you don't use the other, and they help one another and support one another. Also, the vessels of reception, how are they being used? When I stop myself and I don't receive, I feel what's before me, the kind of pleasures, and I do not receive. I want to be in adhesion with the Creator. This is great work. We'll see what it gives us.
What does it mean?
You're saying, seemingly, if I cannot receive steak, I'm gonna sever off these desires from me and not use them, but the desire remains.
It's just that, what does it mean that there are only vessels of bestowal above the Parsa? How is there a connection there between the Partsufim above the Parsa if you only have vessels of bestowal?
This is not mechanics. I'm sorry. Everywhere you have all the vessels, except we say that in every place you have a parsa, and you have to set up this parsa and this boundary. So up down to here you receive, and beyond no, and in this and in this and in that, in the sum total of things, this is how your body is built in Kadnut. The baby has hands, yes. He has feet, yes. Everything. What does he use? He uses nothing. He's got nothing other than the mouth and his butt. He's got nothing. It comes in from here and comes out the other end. But they grow, the hands and legs. Does he use them? He will use them. They're being used right now by being there.
When it says vessels of bestowal above the Parsa, so there are vessels of reception there also?
Of course. It can't be. You cannot divide the vessels, separate them. We just talk about schematically all the vessels of bestowal above and all the vessels of reception below.
So what does this division give me, if there are vessels of reception there as well? Again, what does this division give us if there are vessels of reception there? But we write there are only vessels of bestowal there.
It can't be only part of the vessels. The vessels are always complete. 10 and not 9 and not 11. The only question is how much you use of everything. So that's the question, but the structure is the same. I, Havaya, change not.